music was the thing that saved me for sure. I would hide in my room listening to Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera on the lowest volume ever. And sometimes I would just like sing out of my window like a princess. It felt like a fairy tale. And I was like, you know, what is gonna be the thing or the person or what's gonna get me out of here? Not knowing that it was gonna be me. I so desperately couldn't wait to leave. Like, I couldn't wait to just fully be who I wanted to be. And it was really interesting, like, turning 30 and, like, losing both of my parents. Because, in a way, I don't have to answer to them. There used to be a hope that I had with my dad that we would one day recover our relationship. There was, you know, there used to be this hope that my mom would one day come around. And now they're gone. So all I can do is like forgive them and learn and grow and like and let go. And know that they were doing their best. But losing them was a huge catalyst for me to like be who I am today. Now, what I never thought was gonna be possible for me ever was making music. Making my debut EP, Aqua. Without lots of money or without Drag Race or without some big platform, was making music. I would describe my sound as like a 90s synth pop. I have a kind of androgynous voice, I would say. And I kind of have a weird voice. I have really had to like learn to grow to love my voice. So yeah, I would say like bubblegum, synth, dance. It's so interesting talking about my family because, or just talking about home because like, I guess because it's my life, I feel like everybody knows it already because I guess we're all the stars of our own movies. I grew up in Prairieville, Louisiana, born in Baton Rouge, and I grew up in a Mexican-American household. My mom was an immigrant from Mexico, and she married my dad in 88 and had me in 91. I have a little sister. Grace is the middle kid, and there's Michael. Growing up was hard. I didn't like growing up. My mom was all about what it looked like on the outside, which had a really negative impact on me. My mom was really hard on me. My mom used to say the craziest shit to me, like the craziest shit. And I thought everybody's parents just spoke to them that way. Oh, are you hungry? Oh, well, go look in the mirror and then tell me if you're hungry. You can take your shirt off and then you can finish. It's not homework, David. You don't have to finish it all. I can't believe I have to shop in Big and Tall for you. They don't even make clothes for you, David. When you lose weight, then we go shopping for you.
Dad, how come I always look fat in videos? Oh, I see. No wonder it's because you're fat. I'm proud of it.
My body. My voice. You're gay. Who is gonna love you? Nobody is gonna love you because you look like that, David. Nobody. And so, like, that is the shit that I deal with now. That is the voice, too, that rings. And it's not her anymore, it's me. When I started, you know, realizing I was gay is when shit really hit the fan at my house. My mom would question me about it, like, all the time. Like, you know you can't do that, David, you know. And, like, just always remind me how like gross it was and how it wasn't acceptable and how all, you know, it's just like a recipe for death and pain. And she pulled me out of productions at school and she, you know, all because she didn't want me to be gay. And I hadn't even come out yet. It wasn't a reality because I didn't say it. And she like made me constantly deny it. Like, say you're not gay, say it. When I finally did come out to my mom, I thought she was gonna like scream at me, but she started crying. she literally was like, well, we're gonna fix it. Like, and I was just like, what are we gonna do? Are you gonna like anoint my head with oil? Like, what are we gonna do about it, Mom? And I hung up the phone. It's my senior year. My mom got really sick. I get a call from my dad, and he is very upset and crying. And he called me to tell me that Mom is in surgery right now. And they are removing a grapefruit-sized tumor from her colon. Come to find out, my mom was on the operating table for 16 hours. And they had found cancer all over her abdomen. It was like everywhere. It was in her liver, it was in her colon, it was in her the lining of her small intestine. And my mom denied chemo. She did one round of it. She said, no, I'd rather die. I don't want to vomit every 10 seconds. Let me die, please, in peace. Give me the pain pills and I die. It was definitely the start of me and my mom's like relationship. One of the last things that she said to me before she died, I can't cry right now, was, my dream, David, is that you go and you make all of your dreams come true. You have to now. You have to. Because I remember being like, what am I going to do without you? Because we had like it was like not fair. I had like just found her and like gotten through to her, and now she was leaving. And I was like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna do it? Like, and she was like, I'm gonna be there with you. She died in March of 2014, and I never looked back. Come back. I want you to come back. My whole life, my mom tried to like keep me from anything that was feminine or anything that was queer. And what's crazy is that I feel like all the things that I learned about femininity, I learned from my mom. She is the light in every room. She is funny, she was beautiful, and she, you know, made everybody smile, and she loved to entertain, and what she looked like was so important to her.
Aida?
No? I did myself.
Great, it's great.
Thank you.
You said I'll be fine, that life will go on, but I'm lost in my head and I'm stuck on your side. My world has reset, but my heart can't move on, 'cause you're still around, still around, still around.
I don't really talk about my dad a lot because whenever I do, it sounds like a thriller novel. It sounds like a fantasy. It sounds like a horror movie. It doesn't, people don't believe me. And even when I tell people out loud the things that my dad like put me and my siblings through and my whole family through, really, it doesn't seem real. Like, how is it possible that a man could think such things? When I got into my teenage years is when things got really bad at home. My dad started having episodes of bipolar schizophrenia. My dad was physically, verbally, emotionally abusive, and it was all because of his delusions and hallucinations. One of the first episodes that I really remember, when everybody went to bed, he took me out of bed and he put me in we had a really big minivan growing up. And he put me in the minivan and he was like, we're going to a police station and we're gonna do a lie detector test on you. I know you're letting people into the house. I know you're poisoning me. I know you're trying to kill me. He didn't take me to the police station. He just like drove me somewhere. And he like got out of the car and he came back with like a stick from a tree and he just beat the shit out of me. And then he drove me home and said, don't tell your mom. My dad said that I killed my mom. My dad said that I gave her cancer. It was my fault. And that's kind of like when I moved to New York and I stopped visiting because every time I came home, he found a reason to like hurt me. But I think that, you know, a huge reason why I left and a huge reason why I stopped talking to him is because it was easier for him to love me from afar. I remember hating him for so long. I didn't want to talk to him. I didn't want to be around him. I didn't want to, I feel really guilty about this, but I remember like telling my sister, the next time I see Dad, we'll be at his funeral. And in January of 2021, I had a dream. I had a dream that it was me and my sister and my brother, and we were all at the house that we grew up in. We were looking for something, but we couldn't find it. And I woke up to a phone call from my sister, and my heart dropped, and I knew. I said, "It's Dad." And she said, "It's Dad." My dad was in a motorcycle accident the night before. He lost control of his motorcycle, and he was flung onto the street, and he was immediately struck by a vehicle. Music was always just the biggest thing. That was like, you know, the best part about my dad, was that he was a musician. I mean, my mom fell in love with him because he was a singer, and he loved the Lord. He praised him, so she was like, "I found my blonde, blue-eyed American boy who sings about Jesus Christ." We have so many videos of my dad just like singing. Anytime we were together and my dad put the music on, the mic would just go around the room and we would all sing. My dad was always really proud of us because we sang. The fact that we were a very musical family, we were always known for our voices. You know, that's what everybody knew about the Brumfield kids. My dad was like a beautiful singer. I mean, he's the reason why I have a voice, because I sound just like him. So my dad was an Uber driver, and I used to get messages all the time from like random accounts, just being like, "Hey, this is kind of weird, but I'm in an Uber with your dad, and he showed me your video on America's Got Talent, or he showed me the clip of The Voice, or he's playing your album right now. Wow, it's really good. Your dad won't stop talking about how proud he is of you." The last conversation I had with my dad, you know, I told him about the album, and he was like, "I know, David, I love it." He's like, "Wow, man, you sound great." And then he was like, "How much money you spent on that? You didn't spend too much money, do you?" And I was like, "Dad, shut up." I'm like, "It's fine." But I asked him, I was like, "Well, what's your favorite song, Dad?" And he's like, "Oh, Wings of Love, duh." And he's like, "Yeah, man, it fucking rocks. It rocks, David. Wings of Love rocks."
We'll dance through the night, catching the moonlight, ready to take flight. On wings of love, we could get it right, make the future right. There's no end in sight. On wings of love, 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 on wings of love.
My music has all my shit in it. The things that I'm writing about happened to me. I am so much more in tune with my emotions and capturing them and articulating them through song now, because, I mean, my music is nothing but healing, and people relate. But I've learned so much about myself and about my family. And now that it's been so long since my mom has passed, and now even with my dad being so fresh, it was really interesting to me that I was able to feel the closest to them near the end of their lives. I used to feel really guilty about it, thinking, "Oh my God, is it a good thing that they left?" And I don't think it was necessarily a good thing. I just see the purpose of it now. My mom always used to be like, "You know, David, you know the song Dancing Queen by ABBA? They made that song about me. I used to be the dancing queen."